Okay, so school contest.
So when I was young, Lego robotics was kind of brand new, right?
Mm-hmm.
So throughout late elementary school to early high school, every so often they brought out Lego robotics, and we had to learn to like program and design shit. And it was basically a fun day in science class. Everyone loved it.
You learned logic and you played with Legos.
I know, right? And a little bit of engineering, sort of. Anyway,
basics.
One of the things was that we had to build something that could climb a slope. And, of course, all the dumb kids are like, let's put it on wheels and just have it roll up. And then some of the smarter kids are like, you know what? No, I'm just going to give it flat feet and just have it have a shitload of traction, and it's going to move real slow, but it's going to go up that hill. And what I did was I totally fucked up, read the instructions wrong, and built the wrong thing at the wrong size. And what wound up happening was that my chain that was going to make it go was too short and under too heavy tension, and snapped off of one of the things and flung itself forward. And what I realized was that I could change the tension at specific parts during the chain, and also make the chain longer. So what I did was I made it really, really tense, and then the chain launched itself forward, but then it would untense itself immediately after. It would snap every time, and it would just launch out a shitload of chain, which I had set up in such a way so that it would wrap around a post at the end of the incline, and then I'd switch the motor to run backwards, and it would just retract itself up the hill.
How did that score?
My teacher thought it was really clever and then told me to do it right. So, I mean, about as well as I expected, really.
You fucked up, but it was entertaining.
Yeah. I feel like that's how a lot of engineering actually happens, though. Someone fucks up horrendously and then realizes that this fuck up has a very specific niche application.
Like the Autobahn.
What?
No, I just like to imagine that somewhere along the line the Autobahn was a complete mistake, but no one wanted to admit it.
So who put up the speed limit signs?
Do you like it?
I need to go back and heal my Gyarados.
Yep. I love the fact that this stupid console lets you put in scan lines.
Yeah, that's great. No, we want it to be terrible.
Yeah, we want it to be ugly. That's what we want. Give me it.
Well, it's like how a lot of people don't like the remasters of old songs, and will go back to like the records and tapes, because to them the weird warm tones that are just added by records are part of the experience.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Or for some weird people, the tape hiss.
Yep. The tape hiss, or in the case of records, the distortion and bop.
Oh man, you want to know something? The tape hiss was entirely a cost-saving measure.
Yeah, they had a better method, but it was cheaper.
I know. It's the same reason that Betamax never really caught on. It was better, but it was bigger and more expensive. And then Laserdisc.
Yeah.
God fucking fuck.
Too bad you can't dump the key.
Yeah, I'm never gonna need it again. Well, at least it was a good item.
Mm-hmm.
It's going right onto Gyarados.
I feed my son and he grows strong.
You know, normally I save these for, like, later in the game.
But that's not happening.
Yeah. Both for time constraints and because inventory size constraints.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to shit that increases individual stats, you want to use those as early as possible because that's when they'll have the most impact. But when it comes to stuff that increases level, you want to do that as late as possible because that's when it's hard to get levels.
And it's a time saver.
Yeah.
Also, in later, like, if you actually wanted to make a competitive team, you do not get effort values from candy.
Yeah. Well, once you've accumulated maximum effort values, you can just cram your rare candy down their throat, but...
Yeah. Until then.
Until then, you don't use rare candies.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tidal Wave. Thank you for carrying this pathetic, broken team. Hello, Marowak.
So the weird part about this is the only confirmed instance of an actual ghost.
Yep.
Because like other...
Time for it to die in one.
Because in other instances of like Pokemon being ghosts, they're... Like Ghastly is implied to be a ghost of dead Pokemon, and other ones are like different things. Like I remember Duskskull, I think, is an undead, but Shuppet and Bayonet are straight up possessed toys.
Huh.
Like Bayonet's an abandoned marionette that's coming for revenge.
Oh, this is some bullshit right here. What's better? Oh wait, no. Normal type is super bad against ground, right?
Nope. Neutral.
Huh. Fuck it then. But yeah, I got into a Pokemon battle right in front of the fucking Rocket Goon.
Yeah, I see it.
This is gonna be fucking annoying.
I almost think that you actually will do more damage with the two
Quick attacks
than the one Whirlwind.
probably. Actually, now that I think about it, you're right. And also, I have so much PP on the quick attack that it doesn't matter.
I don't mean to, be a negative Nancy, but I'm almost tempted to say that, how do you call it? Razor Wind might just be a terrible move.
Yeah, it is a terrible move because it equates to 2 moves that you're locked into at 30 damage apiece. Thank you, Rocket Goon. Thank you.
What are you doing here? We're trying to commit crimes in a graveyard.
I know, fuck.
None of this makes sense.
There's nothing sacred anymore, us committing crimes in a graveyard. God damn it.
What are they even accomplishing, one must ask?
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to steal bones.
Bone meal.
Well, I mean, maybe they have a really big garden.
Look, we need all these Pokemon bones so that we
They're
can
trying to grow grass types. They don't quite understand how Pokemon work.
Look, you don't understand. We need to hide human corpses. And who's gonna look for human ashes and Pokemon ashes?
Yep.
Actually, that would be a good... That's a good one.
God damn it, Alpha Bravo. Why do you suck so bad?
Confirmation bias?
It was like 4 straight smacking itself instead of doing its job.
I got bit.
God damn it, Alpha Bravo. Why do you suck?
It did 60 damage to itself. Nearly killed itself. What is it, a Zubat?
Yep.
Yeah, might as well throw out the... well, Kill Bison has a rock move. Rat Trap doesn't have any particular weaknesses or...
I'm just gonna kick it to death.
well, fighting is weak against flying.
Gonna kick it real hard. Ah!
Bit you.
Gonna kick it real hard. Ah! Why, Kicker? Why do you suck so bad? Even though I named you after a terrible person who sucks in Transformers.
Oh no! Now the,
Kick him!
now the Zubats are biting him and stealing his pants.
Well, he finally got a kick off.
He punted that Zubat into the next state. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that was probably a bad idea. Well, sink or swim. Sink or swim, Kicker.
You got time to swim the fuck out. Well, Botanica probably would finish it, but I wouldn't count on it. God, Golbat looks so fucking awful.
I know, goddamn. Look at that fucking slant mouth.
Nothing about that looks right.
Look at that giant tongue that's like a third of its body mass.
Look at those weird racist eyes.
Weird racist eyes?
Yeah, it's doing like it looks like it's doing the chinky eyes. It's awful.
I honestly didn't notice that.
Like its eyes are like stretched out beyond its head.
Neat. I'm gonna have to look for that the next time we see one.
I mean, you could just open up the Pokédex.
Yeah, but those are probably gonna be Golbat here anyway.
Probably. Like, literally, what benefit is there to taking over the graveyard? I do not understand your plan.
I don't know, maybe they want the ghost types.
Yeah, but they don't even have any.
Oh, I know, they're trying to get that guy's Cubone. Because Mr. Fuji's up here, and all of this has to do with the Cubone, right?
I think this poisons you, yeah. Smog does a little bit of damage, but an almost guaranteed poison if I'm not mistaken.
God damn it, Smog.
Smug. Desolation of Smug.
Well, at least Rat Trap can hit real hard.
Oh yeah. Goddamned rat-shaped missile he is.
Yep.
Please, no more. Take your murder rat away.
And I think when I get to Mr. Fuji, they'll just warp me out anyway.
I believe so, yes. Okay, so don't forget to heal his poison.
I will do my best to remember.
You could have done it, like, before you moved.
Oh yeah, shit, I had antidotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why waste an antidote? You know what, never mind, it'll probably clear up an item slot.
As well, you probably need to... Probably you're going to need him at some point, given your party's less than stellar rate of success.
Yeah. I almost wonder if we should sub Ghastly in for someone.
At the very least, it breaks up your terrible mono-typing that's sort of just happening.
Okay, I have a ground type, a normal type, a normal flying.
A flying water.
Yeah, flying water. Jesus fuck. Yeah, there is no variety here.
A fighting type.
Yep.
And,
Grass poison.
yeah. A particularly bad grass poison.
Yeah, but, like, it's actually... Yeah. Yeah. Because even when it gets fucking, Solar Beam, that's still 120 damage over 2 turns. Which isn't exactly a great ratio.
No. And I don't think anyone's ever really relied on Via Plume for tanking hits. I mean, granted, it'll be a big help if we make it to the Elite Four and fight, No, that's not her name.
The Ice Lady, right?
The rock dude.
Oh, Bruno.
Yeah. I think he's technically fighting, but he has a... Oh, my back. I'm stuck to the couch. He has rock types, to my recollection.
You're not getting away with this, he says as I proceed to get away with this.
Somebody stop him. He's getting away with it. I came here of my own will. I came here to calm the soul of Cubone's mother. I think Meroweth's spirit has gone to the afterlife. I must thank you for the kind
beating
concern
that you gave to Meroweth.
Yeah. You beat the piss right out of it. Yeah, come to my home. I live by the graveyard. Some people think it's creepy. I kind of like it. Neighbors are never loud.
Squimdiff, your Pokedex quest may fail without love for your Pokemon, who I hate.
I think this may help your quest. Your love for Pokemon. I don't have it.
Here, use this to wake up your mother.
Yeah.
She's sleeping on the road. No one can get past.
How you doing, Miss McMeekin?
That's like the oldest joke in Pokemon at this point.
The oldest joke in the schoolyard.
Your mom's so fat it takes 2 Pokeflutes to wake her ass up.
Your mom's so fat, she's blocking both routes to Viridian City. Well, you can go just straight down along the... you have 2 choices, the water route or the bike route.
We don't have Surf.
Well, I mean, the water route is a set of bridges.
Oh shit, and we can catch a Pokemon down there.
Yeah. Water Pokemon, mostly.
Yeah, aw.
Well, no, there is a grass patch further along the lines. You go through the house. Boathouse.
I just wanted to see if there's anything around.
Typically, no. I think you can go up there, and if you have enough in your Pokédex, which is very unlikely, you get a free thing.
What do you got for me, kid?
Oh, just a kid.
My Pokemon ashes are stored in Pokemon Tower. You can have this TM, I don't need it anymore. You don't have room for this.
I also love the fact that there are those binoculars there so you could go look at the graveyard. Yes!
I'm gonna toss my antidotes. Give me your TM.
Give me the thing, child.
Here, you can take this. I was gonna use it
Talk
on
to her,
my
she'll probably tell you what it is.
Swift.
Swift's actually a pretty alright move.
I can teach it to Pidgeot. Or Pidgeotto.
Middling damage, but guaranteed hit is solid.
It even hits people who are in fly or dig states.
Yep. Alright, we will see you next time, folks.
Bye,
Bird is
everybody.
learning Swift.
I'm replacing Razorwind.
See you, folks. Razorwind
Bye,
sucks.
everybody.